Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. This week, your key to the week is the Strength card. This week, you are being encouraged to really look after your physical body. This is the week where, because the Strength card, aside from all of its other meanings, very often it shows up for us as in like our physical self. So this week, your health, your vitality, these need to be absolute priorities. They should be anyway, obviously, for all of us. But this is the week to really get your water, get your exercise, get that fresh air in. This is also a week where you might start to notice, like, if you've been on some kind of regime, if you've been dieting, if you've been reducing your intake of something, like whatever you've been doing on that physical level, you're starting to see results this week. And very often when you start to see results, you think, you know what, now I can have a cheat day or whatever the story might be for you personally. This is one of those weeks where you have to keep going. This is a week where you have to keep your foot on the pedal. This is not a week to let up. It's not a week to have a cheat day. It's not a, don't get me wrong, rest, recuperation, these are all a big part of whatever we do in life. But it looks to me like not just on a physical level as well, like there's something this week that you're starting to make progress and you're really starting to see the difference. You have to keep going. This is not a moment to take your foot off the pedal, all right? This is the moment to, now that it's all going good and it's starting to tick over and head in the directions that you want it to, you got to keep going. With that said, this also suggests as well for some of you, this is going to be a week where something that you really want in your heart of hearts, this is a moment of self-admittance. It's where you really kind of admit to yourself and to the universe, this is what I want. This is the outcome. This is the direction. This is the person, place, thing that I really want in my heart of hearts, in the depths of who I am. This is what I am trying to achieve. And you know, very often when we have those moments of not even realization, but like those moments of truly owning what it is that we are chasing, that's when things really start to ramp up a gear. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, if you should so choose, and this resonates, hit that subscribe button for your, before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Seven of Pentacles. What is one of the messages of this card? Patience, diligence, hard work. This is also a card that very often can sometimes show up when we've invested a lot of time, effort, and energy into something and we feel like we're not quite getting the rewards. This coupled with the Strength card is it's like a double up energy. You have to keep going. This week, your actions need to be patient, they need to be diligent, and they need to be deliberate. This week, it looks like you really are excelling at something, but like I said, you've got to keep going. This is not a time to take your foot off the pedal. So wherever you are in your journey, whatever journey it is that you are on, this is the time to really lean in. It's also as well, when it comes to your options, this week it does look like you're potentially being offered something that you can either invest in or something that you can get involved in. And this really does suggest that this is a good way for you to go. All right. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Six of Swords. For those of you, in fact, for all of you Taurians, this week it looks like you're able to bury a hatchet with someone. So if you've had a challenge or an issue, maybe you've had a dispute with somebody at work or at school, or you know, whatever sphere you are in or not in, as the case may be, things are really starting to improve here. For some of you, I think this is also a week where you're admitting, I actually miss this person. You know what? We could have been really good friends. We could have been a really great team. There's something here where you are potentially reconnecting with an old friend, an old colleague, somebody that you have worked with or alongside previously. There's a lot here. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I actually feel like this is you getting really serious about a work placement or a potential, you know, like things like work placements or maybe more on the job training. If for those of you that are employed by somebody else. This could literally be that. Like, this might see you as well. Maybe you march into your boss's office this week and literally say to them, I want a promotion. I want to be an area manager. What does it take to get from where I am to where I want to be? You could be having a lot of really powerful conversations this week, and by showing or taking that initiative, it's almost like the people that you're working for are like, wow, okay, so they actually want to stay here. This is something as well, if you are employed by somebody else, these kinds of moves or conversations this week could go a long way. Like, it could really show your employer like, oh, okay, so they're not planning to leave us. This is something that you do need to address at the moment with your boss and your company. For those of you that are self-employed, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I really like this because it looks like you're turning a corner and gaining more confidence in your ability. So whether this is within your business, whether this is new skills that you're learning and you're now starting to put into practice, this is you getting really clear on those things and starting to understand, yes, you know what? I am actually good at this, and more importantly, I can see where this could go if I continue on this path. So you are having like maybe not a glimpse into the future, but you are definitely feeling that something is happening here. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this could literally be a time where for some of you, maybe you are making travel plans to visit somebody that lives overseas. This could also be a time where you are starting to look further afield when it comes to your investments, when it comes to your savings. There's a lot of you are really starting to make breakthroughs this week, but you have to keep your foot on that pedal. I can't say it enough. For your love and relations, you got the Four of Wands. For those of you that are partnered but not married, this could be a week of proposals. For some of you, it could literally be that moment where it's like, I thought this person was never going to ask. Like, I literally thought they literally had no intention of it, and you could find out that actually they do. This could really be very wonderful. For those of you that are partnered and married or in those long-term commitments already, this could be literally, for some of you, this could be an event that you have been planning, a get together, maybe a performance of some kind that you have been planning for a while. For whatever reason, it's not been able to go ahead. This could be where you're finally starting to really see, yes, this is going to happen. For those of you that are single and looking, I mean, honestly, I really like this week for love. I really like this week for potentially meeting somebody that ends up staying around or being around for a long time to come. I also really like this for those of you that are single, for getting really clear on whether the somebody that is kind of in your life already at the moment, who maybe you're not dating, maybe it's a friends with benefits kind of situation. This is you getting really clear on whether they will or won't be a part of your world or your life. But either which way, you're fine. It's like, you know what? Yeah, it was great while it lasted. Love you to bits. Great. See you soon. Take care. And you're off on to the next. And if they're staying, then, you know, that's just as good. For your money and materials, you've got the Six of Wands. So what do we see? Two sixes. Two sixes represents balance or irritability, but in this case, it is balance. You're bringing balance to your finances, your money, and your resources. I actually feel like this week for a lot of you, your finances are really starting to regulate after a period of kind of being a bit crazy. You've got the Six of Wands, fire. You've got the Six of Swords, that's air. So air and fire are complementary elements. So your finances are really starting to improve. This week, actually, there could be overtime. A lot of you, it looks like you're taking Rafi's advice, because it looks like a lot of you are not easing up on that pedal, but you are paying attention to the small wins on that day-to-day basis. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, you've got a double up of this energy. Please look after your back this week. Your back, your spine. Leo also, energy also rules the heart. So really looking after, you know, the parts of you that keep you upright and keep you healthy. When it comes to your home and environment, there's two ways that this can happen, and I've seen it happen both ways. Because you've got the Six of Swords in the mix, this could literally be that you are going to visit friends, maybe you're taking a holiday, maybe you're going to stay with family, or they are coming to stay with you. So, you know, this week, home will be busy, but it will either be because you're welcoming people in or you're going elsewhere. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.